The Hawks continue their journey as they play an interconference matchup in this road game. I'd like to welcome you to the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin. Harlan. And it's the Hawks to start out. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Teague and Korver are the guards. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. And it's Bazemore at the 3 spot.
And we all know Utah is a very young team. Last year, only the 76ers were younger. Still very competitive given the age and the lack of experience from this group.
Utah's on defense. Dishes it to Horford. It's stolen by Gobert. Mack the pass to Hood. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Here's Mack. Lets it go with a 3. Here's Gobert. Soft touch off the glass.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
We played just over a minute here in the first. Oh, trying for it. And stolen by Favors. And now running it up the court. Mack pushing it up. Poked away. Kicks it to Gobert. Back to Hayward. 6 to shoot. Gobert dishes to Hayward. Offline with his 3. Here's Atlanta. The 15-footer. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Boy, I tell you, I thought the Jazz had a big year last season. Looked much tougher than before. A big part of that is how Coach Quinn Snyder helped the team grow. I mean, he looked like a perfect fit in his first year with the franchise.
And Bazemore kicks to Korver. Good. Korver's got his second bucket of the game to go.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
Here's Favors. They get it back. Hood, the pass to Favors. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
We were mentioning the Jazz, and they grew last year under Coach Quinn Snyder in his first year. You know, Greg, he did the same thing with teams when he was a coach in the D-League.
That's a great point, Kevin. And beyond the growth that the Jazz showed, I think everyone in Utah was pleased with the style of play. I mean, Coach Snyder's got the team back to playing hard defense and really grinding out wins.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah.
Just trying to get a break in the action to clear some heads here. I mean, they've gone ice cold, and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Yeah, they needed the timeout here. Anything to try to get them to forget about the missed shots and get themselves back on track.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
And guys, you hear about how the Hawks are jokingly referred to as the Spurs of the East. It has to do with their coach, Mike Budenholzer, who's really brought that philosophy here to Atlanta.
Now the dish to Gobert. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Korver. And the Jazz with some changes. Lyle comes in for Rudy Gobert. And it's Burks in for Hood. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Splitter's checked in for Horford. Mike Scott comes in for Paul Millsap. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Kent Bazemore. And Hardaway is subbed in for Kyle Korver. Lyles passes to Exum. Beyond the arc. Another miss by Utah. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Scott can't get it to go.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
The feed now to Favors. Pass to Lyles. Favors inside. He's against Splitter. Can't get it to go.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job. Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Yes. You know, I don't think that was the shot they had in mind, but they'll take it.
Exum kicks to Favors. Here's Burks. No good on the three. Atlanta leading by 8. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Splitter, that's good.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Favors can't get it to go. Here's Schroeder. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Hawks ahead, up by 12. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Energy Solutions Arena in Salt Lake City. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Hawks.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. They've got Sefolosha, Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Chris Humphries, and it's Scott in at the 4 spot. All alone. Shot, no good. The Jazz go the other way with it. Here's Gobert. Nice D from Scott. And he gets it to go.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. He's got to be relentless.
The Hawks offense was a thing of beauty at times to watch last year. They really came together. They epitomized that turn team so well.
You hit it right on the head. I mean, they knew how to find the open man. The ball always ended up in the right spot, and so many of their shots came from assists, second in the league in that category.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
The Hawks leading by 11. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And the Jazz call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Utah calls timeout.
Well, I tell you what, the Hawks were terrific in so many different ways last year offensively. They led the league in catch and shoot points per game. And when you watch video, that's what stands out.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Hardaway, no good.
Hawks also led the league in catch and shoot threes per game last season. They have a roster of guys that can knock it down with space and really made the most of it.
No good from Booker. The Hawks leading by 11. Humphries takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
That's good. Hood's got 5 points in the quarter. Schroeder passes to Cephalosha. The shot misses. And it's Utah the other way. And the pass to Gobert. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And, you know, Utah might not have finished 500 on the season, but they did finish 500 against the Eastern Conference. Went 15-15 last season.
A free throw drops for Gobert. And for the Jazz, getting those wins, Greg, out of conference, you were just talking about that, was a big key for them. Helps them keep pace, Clark, in this rugged Western Conference.
And I thought the Jazz got better and better as the season wore on. They started slowly against the East last year, but won 5 of their last 6 out of conference.
Clark, one thing about the Hawks last year is they were very strong on the road, as you could have guessed.
Yeah, but Kevin, they struggled a little bit down the stretch on the road, but still managed to have the best road record in the East.
Derek Favors checked in for Utah.
And how about that road record for the Hawks? 25-16 last season. 9 of those wins came during that 19-game winning streak in early 2015.
Korver attacking. Pull-up jumper. Outside for Millsap. And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's T. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. They shoot again. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Boy, you look at the Hawks, and they seem to be built to play on the road because they can survive a player having an off game. They're so deep and versatile. Team basketball is a lot less prone to go cold when you're on the road.
He doesn't get the second one.
You know, they've changed their game here in the second. Getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line.
Mack, no luck. The Hawks leading by 12. Here's Horford. And Bazemore kicks to Millsap. Again, Millsap missing. Utah's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That'll be his second foul of the game. Burks, he's checked in for Mack. Hayward kicks to Favors. He feeds it to Exum. Pass to Wiles. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one's good. The Hawks have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. And now running up the court, Hayward's pushing it up.
Clearly a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Oh, without question, Greg. I mean, the wise move would be to get themselves a quick shot so they have an opportunity to get that 2-for-1. I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't.
Nasty.
Nasty. Woo. You have got to be kidding me.
Clark, talk about taking things into your own hands.
I tell you what, that's one of those plays where you want to get credit for not only the bucket, but also the assist.
The Hawks have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Seven seconds left in the second quarter. Bazemore for 3. And that's not going to go. And so we wrap up the first half. Hawks lead. All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. Al Horford with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And what he gives his team, guys, is an edge. He just lights up an arena when he gets it going. And in that first half, young fella had it going.
Not just an edge, though, Greg. I think he gives them a confidence and a swagger they wouldn't otherwise have. And he's a special player to have around, no doubt about that.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. Al Horford with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And even though the defensive pressure and attention was squarely on him in that first half, yet he's still able to be the most effective player on the floor.
But for him, Greg, it's nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, we don't expect anything less, and I bet he has even more in store for us during the stretch run.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Jazz, Favors and Gobert, the shot-blocking duo inside. Shelvin Mack is out there with Hood, and it's Hayward in at the 3.
You know, there was plenty to be happy about last year in Atlanta with the way the Hawks played. One sour note, though, was that the team was viewed as a potential buy for Seattle crews.
Hood gets the bucket.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Bazemore for 3. Atlanta gets it back. Here's the 3. The shot is off.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
And Gobert kicks to Hayward. Feeds it to Mack. Rebound by the Hawks. Horford's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Bazemore for 3. They get it back. He kicks it to Korver. He dishes it to Horford. The Hawks again can't hit.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
Yeah, you speaking from experience? We already know how good his range is. He shouldn't be firing from that deep.
Count that one. Now just a 4-point Atlanta lead.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
And Mack kicks to Gobert. Millsap with the double team. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Utah. Joe Ingles comes in for Gordon Hayward. And then for Atlanta, Chris Humphries has checked in for Millsap. Cephalosha comes in for Kent Bazemore. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Teague.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And Gobert kicks to Booker. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. For the Jazz, Lyles checked in for Rudy Gobert. Alec Burks comes in for Hood. And it's Exum in for Mack. And a change for the Hawks. Splitters checked in. Utah calls timeout. Utah had a great home court advantage last year here. This crowd knows how to get into an opponent's head.
Kevin, that they do. It's a big part of why the Jazz were able to eke out over 500 last season at home. Ended up 21-20 by winning 4 of their last 5 home games.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
There's 1:54 left to play in the third. In the corner, Cephalosha with it. From deep. Exum pulls it in.
And you know, with Utah's play at home, they played in a very jazzy way. Oh, no pun intended. And by that I mean grinding it out. They were really strong on the glass, as they were second in the league in rebounding differential at home.
Korver, good. Jazz trailed by 10. Inside. Here's Ingles. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Ingles has got his second basket. And good on the basket. Book it.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Here's Exum. Takes a 3.
Well, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
And it's blocked. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Burks can't get it to go.
Oh, boy, that would have been a nice alley-oop.
Boy, really liked the thought on that play, but didn't quite get it executed. Almost made a spectacular play.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
Assist goes to
Schroeder's got 6.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
And that's a foul. It's called on Thabo Cephalosha.
That's his first personal foul. Substitution on the court.
Inside. It's stolen by Schroeder. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Hawks ahead, ending the third quarter on a 14-6 run. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. The Hawks leading by 12. On the court for Atlanta. Paul Millsap out there with Mike Scott. Then there's Horford. Then there's Kent Bazemore. And it's Teague in at the point. They set the pick. Tries again. No good off the front iron.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And stolen by Horford. And that one goes out of bounds. Pass touched by Teague.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Kyle Korver. He's checked in for Mike Scott. And Mack kicks to Gobert. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Gobert's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Jazz. Teague for three. And he gets it to go. Teague's got the lead up to 13 now for Atlanta.
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
Hood can't get it to go.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
And stolen by Favors. Hood dishes to Hayward. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
They do, and you also see a lot of points have come off the dribble penetration. They've been aggressive on the bounce at attacking the defense.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Utah was so tough near the end of last season, Greg. They weren't going to make the playoffs, but they did give other teams some trouble.
That's a great point. And how about going 19-10 after the All-Star break? Another team that would have been in the playoffs
right
if they were in the East.
Hawks ball.
Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. The Hawks leading by 13. Teague drives in. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skill.
And a dunk by Horford.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
2 shots.
He misses the free throw. Last season, Atlanta showed just how much fun a team can have playing team basketball, complete team effort. We use that word a lot. You don't see it much in the NBA, but, boy, they epitomized it, Clark.
Yeah, they sure did. Refreshing to see a team do that well collectively without a real superstar. Just a solid group that understood their roles and played them perfectly.
Teague for three. And the basket good. Teague's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Hawks.
It has been a 3-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
Hayward passes to Hood. 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Teague. One-on-one here. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And folks, it's not like the Hawks didn't have talent. I mean, they did have 4 All-Stars last year. None of them voted in, however.
Exum, he's checked in for Shelvin Mack. And a change for the Hawks. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Jeff Teague.
You know, what shows you just how team-oriented the Hawks were last season was this stat. They never had anybody score more than 30 points for them in the game all season. Millsap had 30 points once early in the year, and that was the high mark for the team. Kevin, they're still 0 from the line this half. They've yet to make one, and that's no way to be able to get back into the game.
And the Hawks making a change here. Splitter's checked in for Horford. Humphreys comes in for Paul Millsap. Tabo Cephalosha is checked in for Kent Bazemore. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Kyle Korver.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Atlanta.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, Clark, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
Yeah, it was a team that was really in sync. They trusted each other and took the right shots.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was. Poor Horford. Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
Splitter kicks to Cephalosha. And stolen by Booker. Passes to Burks. It's deflected. And here's the fast break. Cephalosha leading the way. Fast break, here they come. Here's Wiles. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
They clearly look like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got some energy out on the floor.
Yeah, but it's come a little too late to have a real impact on the game, though. We call this box score window dressing. All it's going to do is make the numbers look a little better than it was.
And the Jazz making a change here. Ingles is checked in. And Booker kicks to Burks. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. To the left wing. Jazz passing it around. And that one's good.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Dishes it to Hardaway. And it's Schroeder missing. Nato off the mark. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. See you next time.
São Paris, São Paulo, França, Brasil. Aí, MC da UFP, Laboratório Fantasma. É nóis. Assim,
os manos no posto, trampando. Aposto que sei da dureza, que é a tristeza deformando o seu rosto. Se calos falassem, talvez o mundo escutasse, olhar no impasse, olhasse, limpasse, brilhavam vocês. Bonjour, pras minas no fronte, que dor pra contar tem de monte. É tipo uma fonte dela, de fronte ela sonha com um novo horizonte. Trancada na cela ou numa favela, medo é foda, João. Pobre menina, sofre de verdade por toda a cidade, ainda mais porque a palavra liberdade é feminina. Cidade luz, guetos, becos e pretos tristes como um blues. Mano, muçulmano, amor, islã. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum salam. Mil flor, mil cor, mil idioma, mil cor tipo índio. Tio por, servos de Roma, frios por natureza morta. Legalité pour mon père, s'il vous plaît. Mil pra mim, mil pour select. Ma révolution est black, noir, check. Em matière, meilleur qu'hier. Ma terre me manque, c'est ma place. E o velho sonho, viver em paz. Com o necessário, sem ter demais. Verde, mais, verde, mais, verde, mais. Família.
Hello, everyone. Get ready for NBA action live on 2K Sports. We've got the Detroit Pistons taking on the Atlanta Hawks. So Detroit will get the first possession. All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for Detroit, Mahorn is out there with Bill Laimbeer. Then there's Dumars. Then it's Thomas. And it's Aguirre in the 3 spot. And it's sent back by Horford. Here's Korver. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Korver's got the first points up on the board here for Atlanta. Here's Dumars. No good on the triple. And the Hawks with possession. And it's slammed in by Teague.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Got a piece of it. Laimbeer with the steal. Up the floor. Finished off the break.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
And Horford, here we go. Off with the layup. Outside Thomas. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Millsap with the steal. And Bazemore kicks to Teague. Pass to Bazemore. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Passes it to Aguirre. Here's Laimbeer. And finished off by Mahorn.
Well, he's an undersized center, but he more than makes up for it with some serious...
And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony out of UNLV, no doubt about that. Just look at the elevation he climbed to right there.
Kevin, you just made my knees hurt.
That's what sets him apart from so many other point guards in the NBA.
5 on the clock. Here's Thomas. Lays it up and banks it in.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Teague, the pass to Millsap. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the NBA, but very few that rise up like he can.
Here's Lambier. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
Dumars. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them. I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Mahorn again. It's Millsap. To the left wing. A beautiful assist by Thomas to set up the basket.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop chop there with that one hand tomahawk slam? And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Mike Scott's checked in for Millsap. Cephalosha comes in for Kent Bazemore. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Kyle Korver. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Jeff Teague. Now, here is Lambier. Here's Thomas. Misses it from 7 feet out.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Schroeder kicks to Hardaway. Scott can't get it to go. Pistons trailed by 4. Deflects the pass. Aguirre, good. Aguirre's got his first points of the game. Schroeder kicks to Horford. Throws it up high. He nails it, and we're tied up.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous, stupendous alley-oop.
I think the crowd is still stunned by that one.
Hardaway against Aguirre. Back to Dumars. And stolen by Cephalosha. Here's Hardaway. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunker.
High riser, no doubt about it.
Goodness, I mean, you come to expect plays like that from him, and folks, that never gets old.
Lambier passes to Aguirre. And stolen by Horford. He's all alone. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock.
It's as if the defense just let him go.
He'll thank them for that because he got a chance to perform a little razzle-dazzle on that one.
Thomas passes to Aguirre. Thomas dishes to Dumars. That's good.
Yes.
Dumars got his second basket of the game.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Hawks on top, up by 2. 2K Sports, back in a moment here at Phillips Arena in Atlanta.
Let's go, son. Ain't no
We
beans.
got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Hawks.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
On the court for the Pistons, Johnson is out there with Joe Dumars. Then there's Aguirre. Then it's Rodney. And it's Lambier in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And so it's Detroit with the ball. After the basket by Atlanta. And he gets it to go.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Here's Cephalosha. That's tipped. They get it back. They recover it. A drive by Scott.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down. And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated, in stride.
Hardaway. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Kicks to Lambier. On the wing, Dumars. Guarded by Hardaway. Rodman. Here's Lambier. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
Yeah, he almost got that one down. I mean, those are the kind of aggressive plays coaches love to see.
And so Lambier nails both of them.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Have to get my face back. Let's go.
Here's Splitter. Rodman with the defensive effort.
He's going to be out there.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
It's stolen by Schroeder.
Hold that shit, man.
Fast break here. Here come the Hawks.
Get out of here.
And Cephalosha with the jam.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
Back. Most cats
and
don't
guys,
come back.
in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Dawkins checked in for Detroit.
Just one of my rabbits.
Sally comes in for a
whole lot for you.
Teague gets to Corbin. And he gets it to go. And the Hawks lead by 3.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
But they recover it. Millsap with the steal. And there's Corbin on the assist by Bazemore. Now it's a 5-point Atlanta lead.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
Teague drives in. And the slam dunk by Bazemore.
Nice pass that time. What excellent vision by Jeff Teague out there.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
You know what? I think he had to call timeout right now just to get his guys to regroup because they were really ragged out there.
Yeah, they've got to get some things straightened out, and sometimes the best way to do that is with the timeout. They look to be overwhelmed right now.
Thomas checked in for Johnson. So it's Detroit now. 7-point differential. Over to the wing. Outside Dumars. Thomas passes to Sally. Back to Thomas. 6 to shoot. Here's Dumars. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got 4 assists in the game.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range. And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
And the Pistons making a change here. Mahorn's checked in. Thomas up top. Ball's knocked loose. Salik kicks to Dumars. Drives from 10. Sally's shot is off. The Hawks leading by 5. And here's Korver from the arc. Here's Millsap. And he slams it one-handed.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Yep, and if they can maintain this energy level, their lead will be safe.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. Checked in for Kent Bazemore. Then for the Pistons, Lambier comes in for Sally. And Aguirre's subbed in for Rodman. Atlanta leading by 5. Here's Teague. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Atlanta shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Pistons trailed by 6. Thomas goes in, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor.
Excellent. 4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Here's Thomas after the made shot from Jeff Teague. Outside Thomas. The 3. That doesn't go either for Thomas.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
This is his first free throw of the game. Free throw good, Thomas.
And getting more and more physical as this game has gone along.
And it's starting to pay dividends. They've gotten a lot of trips to the line because of it in this second.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Cephalosha comes in for Chris Humphries. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for T. Here's Schroeder. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Hawks passing it around. Offensive rebound. Pass to Cephalosha. Schroeder kicks to Horford. Outside Korver. Feeds to Millsap. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that.
And so that's the end of the first half. Hawks lead by 8. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. It's been one outstanding game so far from Joe Dumars.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
I like the Hawks too, son. I mess
Second
with
half
them,
beginning in just a moment.
It's one of my dominating teams.
Take a look at what Dumar's been doing. He's got 11 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
Teague and Korver are the guards. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. And it's Bazemore at the 3. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Pick them up, Isaiah.
Teague kicks to Millsap. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Inside, Mahorn.
Come on, son.
Bazemore grabs the miss. Bazemore's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
No shot.
Horford again.
No.
Slambeer.
Hell.
And Horford, here we go. And he jams it in.
Solid. Just no messing around there. Got to the rack and punched.
Beautiful jam. Fairly well defended, GA, but I guess not well enough.
Nope. He just had a little too much spring in the step that time.
And that one's good.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And it's slammed in by T.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnover.
Maguire, good. Maguire's got his second bucket.
Pressure.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run. And we could see right there why he does.
And Millsap, here we go.
Boy, that was a violent throw down there.
You're telling me.
I mean, it's almost like he doesn't like the rim.
Outside Thomas. There's the dish to Dumars. Lambeer passes to Mahorn. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
No good on the free throw. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Splitters checked in for Horford. Mike Scott comes in for Paul Millsap. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Kyle Korver. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Jeff T. And then for Detroit, Rodman comes in for Mahorn. And it's Johnson in for Dumars.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Thomas kicks to Rodman. Johnson outside. Dishes it to Thomas. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feet. Thomas got 9.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Come on,
It's got to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Atlanta making a switch here. Cephalosha's checked in. Brown is checked in for Detroit. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Pistons have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. And he can't get the first one. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Atlanta. And Detroit with a change here too. Smith checked in for Brown. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Splitter. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. The Hawks have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line. And that one falls for Splitter. A different look here for Detroit. Sally comes in for Aguirre. And it's Williamson for Smith. To the paint. It's tipped. And here's the fast break. Cephalosha leading the way. And there's the foul against Detroit. Dawkins checked in for the Pistons. Brown comes in for Williams. Now here's Schroeder. He's covered by Brown. Schroeder kicks to Corbin. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Pistons trailed by 12. Johnson wide open. He fires. The shot by Dawkins is no good.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
And then Rodman with the dunk.
Maybe that'll ignite him. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are, look at them, they are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geek.
And that's what the alley-oops guys will do for your team.
Brown kicks to Rodman. Dawkins the pass to Brown. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brown's got his first points in this one.
Boy, he picked him out brilliantly with that feed inside.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
And the Hawks making a change here. Humphries checked in. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Smith is checked in. Cephalosha misses. Pistons trailed by 10.
And with the time left, they still can go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to do it fast. They must hurry from here.
Atlanta gets it back. Korver dishes to Humphries. Right through the knee for the layup.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Rodman passes to Dawkins. Nice ball movement by Detroit. The feed to Schroeder. Finished off the break. Schroeder's got the lead up to 14 now for Atlanta.
How about the quick hands on the steal and the quick feet on the break?
Yeah, a careless, silly mistake there, though. I mean, coughing the ball up and then not being quick enough to get back on.
Oh, he hits it! Oh, how about that shot?
Big time! Big time!
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Hawks ahead, leading by 17. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. On the floor for Detroit, we've got Aguirre. Edwards out there with Mahorn. Then there's Dumars. And it's Thomas in the one. Millsap gets to Corbin. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Hawks.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, and the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
Check out the game for Corver. 10 points, and all the steals he's collected only add to his impressive stat line.
And whether he's picking someone's pocket or picking off a pass, he has been a disruptive force out on the floor.
Bill Lambert's checked in for the Pistons. Aguirre can't nail the jumper. Aguirre again. Humphries. On the wing, Corver. No good with the triple.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
But better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
The tray. Atlanta gets it back. Horford dishes to Schroeder. He feeds it to Humphries. There's the three. Corver, no luck.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Outside Thomas. For three. Again, Thomas missing.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
And it's out of bounds to the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession. For the Hawks, Kent Bazemore's checked in for Humphries. And it's Teagan for Dennis Schroeder. Teague for three. Rebounded by the Pistons. Now Detroit moving it up. Thomas is running. The Hawks leading by 17. A nice shot by Mahorn.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
And Millsap slams it in.
Coming for you, son. You better
Yeah, but I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher. There's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played on the inside. You can play over the top. You've got a great advantage.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
Pistons trailed by 17. Thomas again. It's Teague. Fires it up. And they will call over the back on the play.
You know, right call. Gave the officials no choice there. I mean, they've got to make that call over the back.
Yeah, I mean, he went chest first into the man in front of him. My goodness, I'm not an official, and I could have gotten that one right.
Bazemore for three. Rick Mahorn with the rebound. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, it's been really sloppy out there.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Aguirre. That three off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Here's Corver. The pass to Bazemore. Fires the three.
Shot.
And that one's good. And the Hawks lead by 20.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
Looking at the game, Lambier's been happy. He has 9 points, and he's come away with 2 steals as well. He's blown up some plays out there.
And it also shows you the importance of intelligence as a defender because he has been a nightmare on the ball.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that junk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be, remove all doubt on that attack.
The Hawks leading by 16. Teague kicks to Horford. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. And that's now 6 points for Al Horford.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it. And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Here's Horford.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Mahorn the best to Lambier. Misses the layup.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Hawks.
And as we watch the game wind down, you have to look back, Clark, at all the second chance points these guys generated.
Kevin, they clearly won the second chance points category, and possession after possession, we watched them go after the loose balls and the misses and turn them into makes.
And while it's a team game, you can't win without guys showing up. And that was the case tonight.
Come on, son.
For Kyle Korver. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team. Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Outside, Scott. The Hawks working the ball around. Cephalosha kicks to Splitter. Hardaway dishes to Splitter. Corner shot. And there's Hardaway. That's good on the assist from Thiago Splitter.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
Take that L, son, like a man.
Well,
a lot of cowards out there can't do that, son. I take them faithfully, man. Still a winner.
And Detroit has possession. Down by 15. Aguirre passes to Thomas. From past the arc. Good. 9 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And Scott has it in the corner. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out with style. What a time to have this kind of serve.
And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
They certainly put on a good show here at home, and I think they felt they had the edge and that extra little bit of confidence.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyle Korver.
confidence of them players be doing this, it gets stuck sometimes, son. So I have to go out and come back in.